Hey guys, we got a great video here for you today. I dug up some information on Sydney Sweeney. She seems like a really awesome person. Um, very, very much a realist because when she was dating in high school, she ended up leaving her boyfriend and pursuing her acting career, even though she actually was acting as early as 12 years old, auditioning for parts. Always very serious about her acting career, a realist. She is very comfortable with her sexuality. She's often done nude scenes, things like that, and she also is a bit of a romantic too. And they're going to talk about this in this video. She has a romantic side here. I'm gonna run the tape.
You're not like your anyone but you character. Sydney's very bubbly and sweet and knows exactly what she wants.
And Glenn is not like his character. He's also very, very kind, not a player at all, and is a family man. Yeah.
Shucks.
He was constantly doing push-ups for
Yeah,
his son.
I feel like with every push-up, I became
You can tell
more of a
these guys have
douchebag,
chemistry.
which really helped to get into character. Yeah, there's something about resistance bands and weights on set that I do not think are good for your personality. So those are left in Australia. I left those.
Okay, that got started to get into nonsense, but yeah, she has a very romantic side, and you can tell she's actually looking for eye contact in him, and it's evident that's really part of her personality that she is actually very interested in romance and things in a way. And actually, I think for a person like this, you want that eye contact immediately whenever you're meeting her, and even and just authenticity is going to work really well. You can tell this guy's very authentic, and I think that's why they had such good chemistry. He's very open and authentic, and funny and expressive. So she's very interested in that, and not afraid of eye contact and be able to pursue someone romantically. And as much as I've heard things about there wasn't things going on between these two, it's very hard for me to believe that there wasn't. And so she actually broke up with her boyfriend during this movie happening, and I think once again that shows how into her career she is. That she actually put her career first, pursued, made this movie, and she has this sort of like just career first mentality. I think he understands it, and I think that's why I think they actually probably had somewhat of a uh, interest in each other. And I maybe things never happen, but you can tell that she's actually very much into him, and so yeah, I'm gonna continue the tape here.
Those there. I'm back. Okay. I don't want to be that guy anymore.
And every time I slapped Glenn, it just really felt like me.
Yeah, it's really true. I did get slapped a lot in this movie.
You probably do. You've gone to a lot.
Gone to a lot of weddings. One time, I went pretty hard the night before, but I wanted to go horseback riding and cut some cows the next morning in a thing in Montana. So I was the most hungover I've ever been, and I was basically in a cowboy hat on a ranch and accidentally drove some stuff towards a wedding thing. I didn't do it very well. You shouldn't cut cows and on a hangover. It's not good.
Oh, here we go, more romantic.
Equally romantic?
Yeah, we're both
50-50?
We're both pretty romantic.
I would say you're a big gesture kind of person.
Yeah.
You're
You are too, but on a very thoughtful, meaningful way.
Yeah, I'm more sentimental. And Sydney breaks out the fireworks. She's
It's gonna make sure you feel it.
yeah.
What do you
I'm
think
romantic
about
on a
it?
budget. Let's just say that. I say quality time.
Yeah, quality time, food.
Is food a love language?
Yes.
Oh, so I thought we were going with the four main ones. I didn't know you could I would say football is a love language for me as well.
No. If you cook together, how we make grilled cheese.
Yes.
That's
Okay,
that's
gotcha.
a love
Okay.
language.
Yeah, that is a love language.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is a part of quality time.
part of the senses, but also part of
Yeah,
the
quality time.
languages. Yes.
I mean, you guys can tell.
Perfectly well.
All right. So you can tell very into eye contact. You can tell there's chemistry here. You can tell they're very authentic with each other. There's a lot of funny banter, which is something that's going to be kind of needed when you first meet a girl, kind of like Sydney Sweeney. Also, this type, her type. Now, I want to disclose it's the modern woman, and so when you pull these things together, I have an understanding from reading a a female psychology, not a book, but it was from some people that studied female psychology for a long time, and there's these certain types of people, and so she's a modern woman. She that first part, she's very romantic, very interested in eye contact and things like that, and so she also this sexuality thing, very comfortable with her sexuality. Oftentimes will actually possibly even have a friends with benefits type of situation, which I think this was it right here. I think this is a friends with benefits situation where she was finally very able to be comfortable with somebody, and maybe even more comfortable with him than her ex-boyfriend. They actually both broke up with their significant others, I believe, during this filming or after or somewhere in the sort of time frame, because they had a lot of chemistry from this. They both were, reflective in the romantic interest. Both, I don't think sexuality was a big thing for each of them, and they're both realists. They kind of mirror each other's philosophies, and this is very important because even, especially the realist part of her personality, having your own goals similar to her was able to create chemistry. There is a professional approach to both of their acting careers, um, and their career is more important, it seems, as than the relationships that they had with women or men. And so them both mirroring that, but both going towards this movie, committing to the the role they were playing, um, and yeah, they just mirrored each other's goals. They probably both also talked about a lot of goals that they had together. They probably understand each other's goals. Maybe they understand, I guess, their vision and what the character should be, and this sort of created chemistry. And let's say maybe you don't meet a girl that's like her that's in acting, and sometimes it might be hard to even meet a girl that's in acting whenever they have romantic interest with other actors and things like that. But if you meet a girl like this, you can't make sexuality seem like a very big deal if they're very comfortable with their sexuality. They honestly can't relate to that. If you don't have, if you can't be honest and authentic, they can't relate to that. It's going to be something that pushes them away. She knows what she wants. You heard the guy talk about this earlier. She knows what she wants. She's a modern woman, and so uh, a topic, maybe a topic, something in the beginning that is that can be that you guys can go deep into together, kind of like some of these topics right now. Be able to go deep into these topics, laugh about them, um, and they're very engaged with them. The topics that they're talking about each other, the things that it's not as much always the topic. It's how you get a little bit more depth, a little bit more humor, a little bit more interest with each other, and so that's there for sure. I mean, you can tell that they don't need each other's attention either. There's certain things early on when you're talking to somebody like that, the lack of neediness, certain things like that you may need to think about because you don't want to be portraying something that's different than the things that they kind of want in a person. And so when you can understand who the modern woman is earlier, you get this sort of kind of an understanding of where you can go with this. And even just getting that understanding on a deep level right off the bat, having the empathy to understand who she is, how she thinks, her career focus. Maybe you don't even exact mirror her philosophies, but having that deep understanding initially, or even caring to have the deep understanding in the beginning, is going to actually propel your chances to actually get a girl that is like her, the modern woman. And yeah, I'm gonna continue rolling here because we might have some other stuff here to figure out.
I cook a lot.
Yeah.
I love cooking.
Yeah,
I don't eat cheese though, so that was
No.
really funny doing the grilled cheese.
And I love cheese, so what would end up happening is he would put all the cheese on my side of the grilled cheese, and then he'd only have bread on his side, but no one knows. So I would eat all the cheese.
She ate a lot of cheese on day one of this movie. That was day one, that scene.
was day one.
Cindy took down 8 grilled cheese sandwiches, and I just had a ton of bread.
Yeah. I think we're both pretty much pranksters.
I was trying to remember some of the things, but we'll talk off camera.
Yeah.
But yes, I would say we're equally
I messed
mischievous.
with Glenn a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I've had more shots at this. You know what I mean? I feel like I've I think I can do a pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm honestly trying to do less on a date. More focused on person rather than stuff
The
around.
whole thing.
You know? Me.
They both mirrored that idea of the connection versus the actual date. So you don't have to take a woman like this out on something amazing, but you have to be able to, have the eye contact, have the connection in the given date. This type of woman being very romantic, things like that, she is gonna like that one-on-one type of romantic first date, I'm guessing. Something you guys can do where it's one-on-one, develop a connection, maybe not as chaotic, maybe not a bar scene, maybe something where you can, build the chemistry like they were talking about.
We both get starstruck.
Who do you get starstruck by?
Remember? I thought I was like the Property Brothers.
The Property Brothers. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was weird. But most people are starstruck by Sydney.
He just made fun of her there, and she thought it was funny. Look at her flipping her hair, What this guy's able to do is just to be completely kind of unfazed with her sexuality, and that's gonna like propel you past a lot of these other guys. If you can sort of demonstrate your ability to, but also be able to make fun of her without the care of like her getting upset, and in a funny, happy way that's actually like you're giving her the humor by also making fun of her instead of just kind of like just making fun of her to make fun of her. So
that was the craziest part is if you walk down anywhere with Sydney, people will literally break their neck and fall over. There was one guy, it was a drunk guy coming out of a football game. I don't know if you remember this.
I do.
We're going out of we're walking down the street and there was like a football game getting out, and all of a sudden she sees like all these guys coming, so she kind of pops like against the wall into the shadows, and some guy goes like, "Is that Sydney Sweeney?" And she jumped out and he fell over himself and knocked over like 4 of his buddies.
It was
He
so
conjured
funny.
Sydney from the wall.
And I was like, I go, oh shit, and I just go running. It's like, where are you going? What are we
It
doing?
was crazy. Yeah.
It was really fun.
So yeah, that was the most starstruck I've ever seen anybody because it literally ended in people falling over.
Thank you so much for watching.
Be sure to check out Anyone But You in theaters December 26th.
I will say that I've actually seen the movie, and it's like it's an okay movie, but one thing also, lastly, we're gonna wrap this video up, but lastly, don't underestimate the importance of the sexuality in the relationship here, because even though she doesn't think sex is a big deal, she's done nude scenes, things like that. A woman like this, her desire to even be friends with someone who she can pursue sexually, that is what things are always going to be gearing towards with this. Whereas some girls, it's like much more about, they think sex is a big deal, so it's much more about other aspects to the relationship. And so with her in the modern woman, for some reason, with the combination of things here, she is she you need to keep things spicy, text messages, certain tension to keep things sexual with her, for her to want to keep seeing you. You know, she needs that extra emotional connection, the romance for her to continue seeing you, and the romance that leads to sexuality. So very important, or else she probably will become disinterested, and you'll just be a friend. You won't be a friend that she's actually interested in pursuing, maybe long term, because she has had long term relationships. She's not just interested in just fun and games. Like she probably would like what happened with these two right now. Um, so um, yeah, I mean, she's probably looking for a long term, like a friend that she can be friends with always, then also get the relationship out of. So that's like kind of what her psychology is geared towards. Um, and that's how her certain past relationships have gone, and they've all seemed to sort of dwindled away, and her focus has always just been relationship first, like we talked about earlier. And um, yeah, that's about it. That's all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate it. Let me know what you think about Sydney Sweeney, or even the movie. I mean, I thought the movie was like okay. I'm not really into those sort of rom com dramas, um, but the uh, the chemistry was there for sure. You could tell. You could tell when watching the movie. You could tell in the interview that you know, she's interested the entire any interview with the rapport with Glenn. I forget what Glenn's last name is, but who cares about Glenn anyway? I mean, honestly, Glenn seems like a cool guy, but um, but yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching so much. This is Plausibly Anything channel. Please follow for more content like this. I want to do more um, things that people want to see. Let me know if you enjoy what this that what the type of content I'm putting out lately. Please like and subscribe if you like this content, because that will help me understand, and comment so that I also know that you like it. So thank you so much. I'm Marshall. I'm out. See you guys next time. Later.